This program has been brought to you by Whole Health Family Medicine, your locally owned direct primary care clinic.
You're watching Durango TV News. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Individuals and groups of protesters have been meeting outside the Plata County Courthouse every Wednesday to protest undocumented immigrants from arrest and deportation by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officers. They're also protesting the Trump administration's policy of separating immigrant children from their parents and the president's recent response to the arrival of the migrant caravan at the U.S.-Mexican border. Earlier this month, Border Patrol officers used tear gas to stop caravan immigrants from crossing the border.
If you're from anywhere of the world, you are a human and you have rights. The violations that is happening right now with ICE towards the immigrants, it's violating some of these rights.
The injustice that's happening right now in this country and how there are people that have every right to be here. There are people that are trying to get into this country because they're escaping from persecution and they are not being allowed to come into this country, and it's illegal what they're doing. It's illegal to deny people to come into this country.
Enrique Orozco, a legal citizen whose parents were Colombian immigrants, was spurred into action when he learned that local immigrants, many with children, have been deported.
I'm Hispanic, so I frequent a lot of the Hispanic restaurants, Mexican restaurants, and talk to people, and caught wind of a couple people being rounded up by ICE, especially here at the courthouse after their court.
The bulk of protesters gather the last Wednesday of each month to protect immigrants who attend court hearings. That's when translators are available to assist them with court proceedings, and it's also when ICE officers show up to arrest them. Protesters say their goal is to reduce the number of arrests by their presence, and so far, they say it's working. Protesters also want immigration policies changed to reduce arrests and provide more opportunities for immigrants to live in the country legally. Rosa Sabito, a Mexican national living in Mancos, is a case in point. She's been living in a local church under sanctuary since June 2017 because her application for a one-year stay of deportation was denied, and she risks arrest if she leaves the church.
And the reason that she can't get citizenship is not because she hasn't tried, it's not because she hasn't done the right paperwork or spent the money, it's because the system is rigged towards against people of color.
Deportation only hurts. I mean, if you want to talk about the economic side of things, every time we detain someone and send them to Aurora to sit in a jail, we're paying for that. As opposed to that person now being out, working, paying taxes.
If you'd like to support efforts to protect immigrants from deportation, contact the Colorado Rapid Response Network's 24-hour hotline to report immigration enforcement activity or deportation efforts. If you'd like to participate in protests, show up at the Plata County Courthouse on the last Wednesday of the month around 10 a.m. Thanks for watching Durango TV News. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our story on the future of hemp production in Southwest Colorado. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle.